And Jesus' deity is secured. Who he is God. Hebrews 13:8 says, Jesus Christ the same yesterday, today, and forever. His character, who he is secure. When I was a kid, somewhere in the 70s, we thought apparently good parenting was showing your children horrific things on TV and being shocked that they're traumatized at it. My dad thought it would be good to let me watch Jaws. That shocked me for years. One of the reasons why I don't like going in the ocean now. But also on TV, there had shows like Little House on the Prairie and The Waltons. Basically good, wholesome shows where people went blind and their homes burned down every week. They were horrific shows as a child. I always thought I was going to go blind, just like the girl on Little House on the Prairie. And one of the shows that my parents watched and I got to be scarred for life on was The Waltons. I don't know why they thought this was good to show me, but in one of the episodes of The Waltons, in the middle, the whole home catches on fire. Well, 5-year-old me was very traumatized by this. They had a big home, we had a big home, a lot of kids and everything. And for days afterwards, I stayed up all night thinking our house was going to catch on fire. I think I was like 5 or 6. And I think my mom realized it, and she doesn't remember this, but she came in there and she said, "Why are you up?" Because I was like petrified, 5, 6-year-old crying. I'm like, the hell? And I said, well, the house is going to catch on fire and burn, and I don't think we're going to be able to get out. And my mom said this to me, and it solved the problem. She said, "Don't worry, sweetheart. If the house catches on fire, your dad will get us out." Now, this is the thing about my dad. I had never seen my dad put a fire out his entire life. He was not a fireman. I have seen my dad start dozens of fires. I have watched him blow things up with fireworks and do some things that are borderline illegal. But I never saw my father once put out a fire with a hose, a fire. But as soon as she told me that, I went, all right. And I never had fear about that again. Thinking back on that, that was a pretty stupid thing to think back because my dad didn't know how to get us out if there was a fire. We had no ladders. You know what our plan was? If our house caught on fire, 2-story house, our plan was this: jump. Just land on one of your brothers and sisters and you'll break your fall. That was our plan. But I was at peace because I trusted in the character of my dad. When she told me that, I thought, even if I am the youngest and there's 2 other boys that look just like me, my dad would come into that burning building and get me out. My trust was not in my dad's skill or his history. My trust was in his character. You can trust Jesus because his character is that of God. If your house catches on fire, he will get you out. Number 2.